Hey, we're back. 2 days in a row. That's incredible. What's happening
Yeah.
here? Is this like
We're not.
New Year's resolution mid-year?
It's not going to be a fucking habit. I'll tell you that because it's a lot of work. I
Yeah.
barely got here. Colin texted me like 10 minutes ago and was like, "Hey, when you guys go live in 2 minutes, can you send me the link for it?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm at the UPS store. We're not going live in 2 minutes."
So we have a special guest tonight, right?
We do.
I'm pretty excited about this.
The elusive and has always been popular in our circle, but now is like becoming like this whole new genre of people are chasing after him.
Yeah, it's like he's a celebrity or something. It's kind of wild.
It's kind of starting to feel that way. And the good thing is he hasn't forgot the little people because he's taking time to do this bullshit. So
Yeah, and the funny thing is most everyone has never seen him before. He never shows his face.
Never. And I don't know if he will today, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
We've at least got a video going, but
yeah. I mean, we got some. Tyler has his pants off. He's ready for this. Ed's body's ready. Colin is saying we're late, but we had some difficulties. Okay.
Colin forgets that we are not paid to do this.
Yeah.
I'm paid to be
this.
on. Yeah. I'm paid to be on time. So
all right, man. Let's bring Adam in. Let's get this rolling because I want to know about Evolve here.
I just want to see. I want to. Good.
Oh, hi, hey, Adam. We still aren't seeing you. We still don't know who you are. That's cool.
He's just peeking. I can't see the whole frame in the middle, but on the bottom, I could just see him peek.
Oh, look at that. There's Adam Tarr.
The big reveal.
Haven't seen you in a while. This is more.
Yeah. No. I actually spoke to Adam this morning. We FaceTimed a little bit.
Yep.
Really?
He wanted to know about how we go about doing a live stream. I said, just click the link, man. And we're there. It's like a FaceTime.
Oh, we forgot to email him a script.
On, right?
Is that
I tried to rewind the live yesterday while it was on when Kyle told me to. No, right? I'm just an idiot. So.
No, these
chairs falling apart. I need to buy one of those nice ones.
Oh man.
Oh, so thanks. I love it. I mean, all I shoot's Evolve guns now because it's so freaking accurate. It's crazy.
The hats have been,
what's that?
It's the hats have become a thing. Like
yeah,
bizarre, right? So
they're nice hats. I mean, leather patch and everything.
Yeah,
awesome.
So many gun companies give stuff out that's terrible, right? That we all just throw away.
Yeah,
have $1 million want or whatever.
Speaking of, I threw something away today.
Oh no! Did you get a Geisley hat? A whole different story.
What is that? That's a dad hat, though. Don't be throwing away dad hats. I'll take the patch off.
I hate dad hat. Oh my god, I'm gonna die on this chair. I broke it somehow. Anyway, the guns are awesome. Let's talk about Evolve. The guns.
Okay.
So yesterday there was a freaking hailstorm of love for you here. What's going on?
It was unexpected. I didn't know that they were gonna. I didn't know that. I knew that they had already had like a dummy up, like a spot filler for when this did happen, and then on the phone with them, and we were just talking about little details of stuff to make sure everything goes as smooth as possible. And the next thing I know, the pictures that I sent him are on his website, and my phone sounds like a slot machine. I didn't know what was going on, so I just put it down for a minute, waited, and then I popped in and tried to be as helpful as I can. But you can't see every group and every
no,
it's, right. But overall, really positive. Cool, kind of unexpected stuff. It's weird. I'm always the guy behind the cloak, You know, I'm not big on the interactive part. You guys know that. So,
Yeah.
but it's cool to see, you know, all the nice stuff everybody's saying.
Yeah.
Haircut on Saturday to breakfast, Jason.
I'm pretty excited for these lowers because they're clean and they're minimalist.
That was
And,
like that's Roger's kind of whole thing is super clean, super tight, minimal. And I didn't see with it, especially it being kind of a limited thing and just like a fun project that we've been goofing off with. I didn't see a need to like throw a big Evolve logo on there or anything because it's not like a permanent product, you know, or anything like that. Plus, legally, I have to put the name and all that stuff on it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like that,
yeah.
you know, it's just nice and clean. You want to see one? Grab it?
Yeah.
Built
How
mine.
do you not have it?
Why is that a question? Of course we want to see it.
I'm kind of offended you didn't already have it.
Man.
Yeah, it's all done. That's probably a question that a lot of people might have. So they're all done. It's not like a, hey, we need to make it or anything like that. They're done. They're anodized. I'm literally waiting on these boxes I ordered that are outside of the typical boxes I use for receivers to show up. And we're just like laser cutting foam to go in them, make it all nice. And they're out.
Oh, wow.
So they'll be.
This isn't a.
I want Roger to waste time and effort and money on like retail packaging, stuff like that for all this stuff, right? Like if we're already packaging something. So we're cutting foam that'll fit the lower and then all the individual parts that come with them. You know, just like a nice little presentation when people get it. Since it's, you know, I like kind of minimalist and like useful packaging anyway. So, but being kind of a special thing, you know, I wanted to step it up a little bit.
So you guys won't be doing a pre-order, a 2-year, say, wait on lights and stuff like that. You're not going to have they're ready.
They're done. Yeah. All 150 of them are done, anodized, lasered, cleaned. I have all the parts from Roger, like in my possession. Actually, a bag of roll pins for quick empty safeties is what's holding up my. But yeah, so I figured a lot of people keep asking becoming assembled. A lot of people
don't mind him
if they're assembled, even though all the product photo shows that they're not.
Yeah,
they're not.
But they come with the parts.
This one's mine, so I get mad that that I kept one. This one is I don't have my eyes on. Sorry, dimpled. It's serial number 1, of course. That's the one I keep.
Of course.
I need 69.
DG01. I think you're gonna have to fight.
Wait, DG? Oh, for Dimple Gang, huh?
Yeah, so it's DG and SG prefixes, and it's
That's
DG
awesome.
through 75 and SG 01 through 75. Dimple Gang.
Nice.
That's
fun. Awesome.
I'm gonna move my phone real quick, guys, because this light sucks. It's great above this machine. Here, let me. Can I do this? Oh shit! Here we go. I can't. I'm gonna hold it. Can you see anything?
Yeah, right. That's the reveal, the big reveal.
Put this.
Let me make his screen a little bit bigger. Maybe not.
Can you see? So I didn't put a stock or buffer and spring in it. Hey, what's up?
I suck. Hold on. I was sucking. Sorry.
Did you do that or me?
Me, I did it. I was trying to make your screen big.
This is going so well.
By the way, like this is
it
harder than you guys make it look. So I haven't put a buffer and spring in it yet, just because I don't know what I'm going to build with it. But
I like that. I didn't see that marking on the photos I saw yesterday. I didn't see how just sleek they are on that side.
Yeah, it's super minimal. Really, really nice anodizing. Really nice fit. You know, like with your grip, you don't have a big gap or anything.
I love it.
It's weird, kind of showing it backwards here. Sorry, but yeah, so
it's hard to adjust.
Minus the Sorry, I had to throw it. Minus the grip, the receiver extension, and the trigger. That's what you're getting, in the package. You're getting the takedown and pivot pins and the bolt catch and the ambi mag release and the mag button and the quick ambi safety and the cool end plate. It's hard to remember all these like letters that are the force control.
Oh, dude. Fuck their acronyms.
Tell me about it.
The cool end plate, like that goes out the width of the castle nut and the castle nut.
Yeah.
So you get all that stuff. There's something cool I'll kind of tell you guys about. And, we'll let it spread like wildfire too, I guess, is since this is just kind of like a fun, Roger and I have known each other for a long time kind of deal. I'm doing like a golden ticket thing inside. So
like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory sort of thing?
Exactly, Willy Wonka. I haven't decided how many, but what I'm going to do is just randomly, I'm going to laser something out and just randomly toss them in as we're packing these things up. And, it'll have like contact information and like, hey, you found a golden ticket, right? You get a Evolve hat or some mags and stickers and packs, or a BCG or a A5, setup or a
whatever you're feeling,
whatever trigger or something.
That's awesome.
Just kind of add to the fun, right? Because the whole thing, that's the whole point of it.
Yeah, because Lord knows they're not going to move instantly anyway, so you might as well sweeten the fucking deal and make it worse for everyone.
I'm just eating all of that, right? Like you're not going to see any of this in the price. So like the pricing on this thing has been a topic of interest.
Yeah.
Beginning. It's literally going to be, I'll let some people do research to figure this out, but it's literally going to be the price of all these forward controls parts. There's no...
Oh, he cut out right when we needed the info. So the price of all the FCD parts and then what?
And the price fall lower like normally.
Yeah,
okay.
Which is fair. Like,
yeah, for sure. That's what we all wanted, right? So there's no VIG on it for like being rare or like, you're
which
not.
You could get.
I'm sure, I'm sure Ike and the guys at Big Tex could charge whatever they wanted for it, right? But it's kind of not in the spirit of what we were all going after, So we just wanted to keep it fair and like reasonable and fun. So I think that like the golden ticket thing, a couple other things that are going on with them that nobody's talking about until people have them in their hands, and the price not jacked up just because of its rarity. It's not like a drop culture thing. It's just like it's really a thing. Like we're super busy here. Roger, of course, is always busy and always hard to get parts. Like if we decided to build 2,000 of these things, it would take years. It's just not. It's not what any of us wanted. We wanted to have some fun with it and bang it out and kind of move on.
And I think, nowadays, we both clicked on the same comment to try to feature it. Nowadays, and I say nowadays because it's like the last 2 fucking years we've talked about it. The gun industry is just basically a steaming pile of shit. You and I talked about it briefly last night. But when you guys could theoretically get 700-800 or more for shit like this, it's cool that you're not. I know that's a window that is kind of touchy subject for a lot of people, but when you price out just the FCD parts, like
right, the parts that they're coming with alone are actually really hard to get, right? So I can tell you this, they're there's going to be like some pennies rounding up here and there, so I can't say anything exact. And I'm not sure Ike is, that's his thing, but they'll be under $500.
See, that's a complete lower for that amount. And then
with all the premium parts, that's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
We added $370 something worth of just forward controls parts that they're coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like that stuff doesn't seem too crazy until like you add it up and like, hey, I'm going to build a whole gun out of this, and you're like, damn, I spent $400 on a lower parts kit.
Yeah. But
it's worth it. You know,
The
it's
way
not
it
like
is. Yeah.
some Anderson kid or something. You know, I mean, you're getting what you pay for, but you know, you can $60 yourself to death on their website. You know, I bought a URF V2, I think they call it, his upper last night for my son's LRF receiver that I ordered.
Oh, nice.
I caught one in stock, and
Wait, are they available?
They're gone. They're done.
but uppers?
Oh, well.
The lowers.
No, I meant the uppers.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the somebody in the Ford Controls group helped me out and pointed me to it. It's by itself is not stock, but packaged with a Ford Assist, it is. So
Okay, I'm on their website right now. Oh, you're right. It's in stock with a Ford Assist. So
yeah, so it was kind of like a last thing. Yeah. So I bought one. You know, I paid full pop, but you guys know me. I don't mind. Like, if there's something I want, I'm going to get on their website and support them. Like,
yeah.
what it is.
So I have a question, and
Yeah.
Adam, this is not what you came here for, but nonetheless, somebody help me here because I am going to buy one and then hope that I can catch the drop. What is the difference in this and this? I don't understand.
All right, so the difference in the Ford Assist is the bottom two are that like kind of Hodge collab, the larger one, and they're not in stock. So the two that do show in stock, one thing I've learned, if there's a AA in the part number, that's dimpled. If it's double A, that's dimpled.
Got it. Okay. So
Yeah.
I need to buy that one, like right now. Okay. Anyway, dude, so when I don't think people understand the magnitude of not only the pricing thing, like that's, but you guys didn't do a pre-sale. You didn't take any money up front for any of this. You didn't make
That's
none
exactly.
of it. You had to change everything up, put all the money up front, which so hopefully people realize like most shops, even the big guys, don't do that. If they're going to do a special release of 150, they're going to charge for it in advance, at least half.
Yeah, or if they're going with like an exclusive type dealer, like this setup is, they make the dealer pay half, right?
Right.
Which is just trickles down from what we at least all view the hierarchy is, right? But yeah, we don't want, right? Like that sucks. Plus, you never know what's going to happen. Plus, you got to remember, we started this thing a year ago when the world was even crazier, you know.
Yeah.
And who knew what was going to happen? Which still who knows, but at least we know this has happened, so we can confidently, you know, put it out. But yeah, we just don't want to do it, right? Like I like being able to not just provide some news about something cool that's hitting, but let people know, like, yeah, these are shipping next week. Right. It takes a lot because, you know, the way Rogers products stage in, and, you know, there's supply chain issues and metals tripling every day and, you know, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, Roger even sat on all of his parts before I bought them from him until he had the entire order ready to go. And that's all just dead money, right? Like,
right.
Yeah.
He could have easily sold all that stuff and made all his money the day it comes in, right? Like he does everything else. But, you know, we all committed to each other this project. And so he sat on his stuff till it was done. When it was done, you know, I wrote Roger the check and I went and picked up the stuff. And now it's my baby. And, you know, and I wasn't just going to say, and you can imagine 150 lowers worth of Ford control parts.
That's not cheap.
And so, you know, I didn't want to just like, hey, well, if you want this deal, you gotta, you know, you now and sit on it and hope. Like that's not doing the guy a favor. And like, hey man, let's do something cool together. That's like, hey, carry the bag for this project that we decided to do. And that's not right. You know, so I just wanted to, I didn't mind, Roger didn't mind, you know, kind of doing our part to make sure everybody's taken care of as much as we could. Roger and I have known each other forever, right? So since before
Yeah.
Ford or Evolve were companies, like
Right.
so. We know what each other are thinking before we say it, and we're always on the same page. So it makes it easy.
I'm excited. Well, I'll say
super
that
excited.
I'm mixed, man. If this was any other drop besides the FCD guys, like not the owners, but the clients, the customers, it's like you're gonna break Ike's fucking website.
Additive
Like,
has proven to be pretty strong over the years of all the great stuff he's dropped. Part of what made me want to choose Ike for it, because to be honest with you, kind of a weird piece of information is just by happenstance at this point, up until now, it's not a Evolve dealer. You can't walk into Big Tech's or go to Big Tech's website and put your hands on an Evolve gun.
Right.
But I've watched Ike over the years. I remember when you went to his website, it was a couple agency Glock barrels and like some Zeb triggers, right?
Yeah.
And look what it is now, right? And you
Dude,
don't
it's
get
huge.
by doing people wrong, not being a hard worker, like by being the wrong dude, And so I've watched and I've ordered stuff from him over the years. I ordered my LRF from him yesterday.
Yep.
And
They stole my money today too, and yesterday.
Whatever it is, and like this industry seems huge and it's small, right? And so that's why, like, I don't call somebody and say, "Hey, man, well, can you give me I saw you have these lowers in stock. Can you give me a deal?" I just paid the same price that they were asking that everybody else got when it paid, and I'm happy I got one. But they're the right team. They're the right guys. They have the capacity to do it. They have the reputation, right?
Right.
And we're already talking about doing other stuff in the future, and like we're gonna come to in the day, stuff like that. Like they're gonna have some stuff on the wall, trust me. But it's just kind of a interesting fact, right? That like it's not like I was like, let's pick the top Evolve dealer and try to help them out with something. Like, hey, let's pick the right guy. Was kind of the focus. So I don't know. I think that's it. Thing.
I think y'all did. I mean, like you said, Ike and the guys. I know a few of them. I've been to his shop a few times. He's always taken care of me for years now. We've kind of been in touch, if you will. So I couldn't think of a better retailer.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's just a real guy. So, and have you seen that hair? Like, how do you not?
No. Him and Lita are kind of trying to compete, and I don't know where this happened, but
dude, I need to cut mine, man. It's out of control. Once I heal up, I'm gonna go to a hair person and get it chopped. Fuck, man, it's out of.
So, Adam, are you coming to the DPS Olympics when we have it?
Sure. Yeah. What are we doing? I'm in.
So we're moving. If y'all haven't seen, we've already talked about it on here, but we're moving. So where we're moving to is where we have a couple thousand acres right down the road. So what we want to do is we've had a lot of bad ideas. So we're gonna since Evolve is sponsoring it, we actually don't need money. We just need you to come, so everybody can actually meet you in person, because that's another rare thing. Getting you on video is one thing, but unless they've traveled to there, ran into you at SHOT or something like that, you're an elusive creature.
Hey man, I just everybody thinks that I've got some gigantic factory and a bunch of dudes running around.
Right.
And I show up super early in the morning, lock the door, turn on the music, and work. Right.
So what time did you start work today?
About 3:17
in the morning.
Yeah.
And you're still at the shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of us work for a living, buddy.
That's intense, man. That's a lot of work.
The next couple days, the first pieces of my robot should be showing up. I ordered a robot that's gonna run. Actually, this machine right here behind me.
It's like a big arm.
automation. Yeah, it's called a cobot. You should look it up. It's really cool. COBOT.
Hang on.
But it's cool, man. So what it's gonna do is, they're sending the whole like nerd squad out to help set everything up.
Geek Squad.
But
That's cool.
but what it's gonna do is it's just gonna put take parts out of the machine that the programs run on and put parts in that it needs. Yeah.
Yes, you can high five it.
It'll do literally anything you tell it to do. Like there's companies that use them for packaging up like orders, automated. There's companies that like use them for welding, which is wild. I'm sure we could like set a minigun up right next to it and have some remote program in case we want to get nuts.
Ooh, that's like a security system.
This is a lot to ask, but can you mount it to something that we can move? Because if we could take that out while we're
it's
like
fully mobile.
Getting a robot to hold your, is it really?
Yeah, like see that cart like 3 pictures down to it? Yeah. So VersaBuilt is a company that works with them, with the cobot, and they make like the fixture table that you like put your parts on and where you like look like, hey, go here and pick this up and whatever. And yeah, mine's going to be totally mobile like that, and then it's going to have this whole VersaBuilt table next to it for the raw parts that need to get machined, and then it'll have just a separate table next to it where it just dumps out stuff after it is machined. And so that one's a little more basic than like the one we're getting. Ours has like a couple hands on it, and like a built-in air gun, right? Because when you pull the part out of the vise, you have to like blow off any chips or anything that are in there that would cause the next part to be threatened.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So
that's pretty awesome.
So your plus one is a robot.
That's cool, right?
Yeah,
it's really cool.
So this M Dunbar asks, "What's the lead time on the Evolve rifle these days? What suppressors do you recommend?"
Suppressors. So that's good. So honestly, my suppressor recommendation would depend on what you end up with, right? Like, are you going to do a 8.3 blackout? Or are you going to do an 18-inch wig splitter? You know what I mean? So, so that would vary. So the guns that come suppressor ready come with dead air flash hiders on them. We picked dead air because obviously they're extremely popular in their own right, just with their, but also all of the modularity and mounting now. It seems like there's a lot of guys that make like their YHM and Q and Silencer Co. and stuff use dead air. So I just thought it was, I just had in mind, like, I didn't want somebody to have to change their muzzle brake. And I felt like satisfying that in the possible way would be go with dead air. Plus Mike, right? How do you not love Mike?
And nowadays you can't, I mean, there's a lot of arguments, just brand specific guys, but I've got a Qs, I've got the Surefires, I've got dead airs. And honestly, when I put them on stuff, I don't just go, oh my gosh, this is so much louder. It's like, it's fucking quiet. Let's go.
Well, the thing is, I put them on stuff, but I don't shoot it with that can on it. So like, I don't care. Right.
Yeah.
But dealer in New Hampshire, man, so let me tell you, since February, I've got like over 140 new dealers.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So like, it's hard to remember everybody. And I'm like working on, I'm real big on the relationship part of it. So like what a lot of guys don't know, usually when a dealer makes their first order, when it's ready, I usually deliver it to them. And like personally, throw it in the truck. Here we go, right? Wherever.
Oh, I hear no audio.
What'd you do?
Oh, no.
There you go. You're back.
You're back.
You've been cutting out kind of intermittently, but it's fine.
It sounded like it came from Lee Todd's end for some reason. I don't know which end.
Well, we never know.
Yeah, so typically whenever a dealer's like first order's ready, I deliver it to them. I take the time to like talk to their staff and the guys behind the counter, because those are the real rock stars, right? Like those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm up just like on the guns, man. I bring some raw parts. I bring some guns. if they have a range, like, hey, let's burn through all this ammo I brought. And like, I try to get to know all of them, you know, put them all in the Evolve hat. And it's not just like a feel good sales thing. It's like the best salesman knows what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's get them familiar with this versus every other thing they got on the wall that they ordered from RSR or whatever that has no like face behind it. I just feel like if somebody feels like they're buying from a person instead of buying a product. So with this kind of large growth that came out of nowhere, it's a hard thing to do because I can't go to, like, I shipped a bunch of pallets last week. They're going all over the country.
Yeah, you can't personally deliver those to one end of the country and then another end.
In Florida, then North Carolina, then Phoenix, then you know, like it's not realistic. So I'm working on like a video series.
Cool. That's a good idea.
And still build guns. I could do it, but I couldn't. Yeah, I'd get far behind. So I'm working on like a video series, like just like 1.5, 2-minute bangers, just like about certain topics. So that way they can revisit it should a customer have a question or, you know, oh, I forgot what they said about their whatever. They don't got to watch an hour and a half video to, you know, like, hey, just click on that one, give me the baby, move on, right? So that's my way to try to like combat that. But like, I mean, I'm going to be pretty soon. I'm going to be out there. Like there's some range days all over the place, man, that I'm committed to going to, which is wild. But, you know, like big enough that I can get people their product and support it, right? But small enough that like this dude in New Hampshire sells a lot of Q stuff. And he was like, hey man, I want all enhanced guns, but I don't want dead air flash hiders on them. I want cherry bombs. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Like
easy. Yeah.
But like there's a lot of these larger manufacturers, just not an option, right?
Right. You like, get what you get, right?
You have to create, like a lot goes into that. It's not just, oh, jam this muzzle brake on these for this guy. It's new SKUs, new part numbers, new like material build out sheets for the gun. And like there's a lot of behind the scenes to it, right? And plus you got to remember, right?
Right.
So like
you gotta get board approval.
Like, yeah, man, no problem. And he gets a bunch of dead air stuff, he's gonna be pissed. You know what I mean? But you know, stuff like that. We have guys that request Surefire or that, you know, whatever. And we get a lot of police department like SWAT stuff lately too. I got a really one that is a level of protector above that I got word back on today that I can't share yet, but as soon as I can, I'll know. And it's wild. It's
really nice. So
it's really
Evolve might.
You know Andrews out by Midland.
Yeah.
So they're about to be going with Evolve stuff.
Oh shit!
It's pretty cool.
They're stepping up. All that oil field money's coming back in.
Well, I grew up out in West Texas, man. Andrews is just another nothing town, but now it's like, you know, Frisco 20 years ago, right? Like, which is
it's
crazy.
There.
But yeah, man, that's the thing. So, and then to answer that guy's question, I'm sorry, about availability and lead times. So, I don't sell guns direct to consumer for a number of reasons. One, it's very time consuming, and time kind of being solo is at a premium, right? But also, just personally, when I was in like a retail capacity and doing other things, I never liked that a dealer would spend all this money and put their faith into putting your stuff on the wall. And a customer come in and questions about it. They go home, look it up, decide that's what they want, and buy it from the manufacturer's website. Like the dealers are just paying to advertise for you at that point. You know,
right.
It inhibits growth and stuff like that for sure, right? Like I would have sold a lot more guns at this point if I just said, yeah, man, here, what's your FFL, and banged it out. But
but is it is it worth losing the however long customer base that you have? And also then you always see these manufacturers, which we won't talk about, but they're very famous for their desert color, that run sales and then undercut all their dealers, and then their dealers are like, dude, we've been stocking your product for X amount of years, and you're just going to do that. We know it's going to come annually at least twice a year. They're going to undercut their dealers to where the small guys can't compete.
Coming up here pretty quick, Memorial Day.
Yep. Memorial Day, Christmas. And then they're like, oh, look, we bought a bunch of shit.
Are you talking about Giselle?
One of that.
Yes, that's exactly who it is.
One of that manufacturer's products, and I don't anymore, and that's part of the reason.
And that's fair. I mean, you don't sell if you want to be a manufacturer, it's very hard to justify selling direct to consumer because it's not really cool for your retailers.
Right? Like, and I'm sure like little one-off stuff, excuse me, like these Ford controls lowers, I could have probably banged those out on my own. Hey, it's a limited thing, but that goes against my whole other philosophy, right? It's just not worth it. Yeah. I'm more just with my size and time restraints, I'm more sell as many as I can to as few people as possible, right? So, but I get emails and Facebook messages and stuff every day of, hey, I want to get an 11.5 enhanced OD green, right? That's the most popular gun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or like whatever it is, and I ask them where they're at, right? And I try to point them to. Hopefully, there's somebody near them that's got them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's small enough that not necessarily is there gonna be. So I point them to somebody outside of one very large retailer that I don't want to name, but I'm never going to suggest anybody go to.
Good. Would that be a big mistake? Is that who you're talking about?
It's a problem.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
But they, I try to point them to like a website I know, or at least a store I know that will sell it to them and ship it to them or whatever. But what I really like to do is ask them, like, hey, what's your favorite gun store? Right? Because they're obviously my kind of customer. They're reaching out. And I reach out to that gun store and say, hey, man, I've got this dude that wants this gun. I would like to get these in your store. You obviously should have them in your store if your customers are looking for them. So you're going to sell him this one, right? You're going to order it from me. I'm not going to sell it to him because I don't do that. So you're going to order it from me at distributor level pricing, even though it's one gun. You're going to get it, look at it, see what you think. And then you're going to, if anything, make 25% on a transfer of one gun. Right?
Yeah, that's insane.
So which is cool because
it's a low cost, right? And it's just a good way to get exposure to some of these dealers I might not have even known existed. So, and if anything, they get to see a gun, they know they exist, and they got to make a little bit of money, whatever.
Yeah. Everybody enjoys that. And not only that, but you're getting somebody that may not have come in your store other than just a transfer, but now they're coming in because you brought their rifle in, right? And they're probably buying other shit. Like that's how I used to, when I was a manufacturer's rep, that's how I did it. It's like, we don't sell direct to customers. Hey, dude, I've got a dozen of these that somebody wants to buy. You're not a dealer with us though. Like, you don't have to set up, but I want to help you out. Let's make this happen, and then stock a couple, and they always do.
Yeah, man. It's an easy, clean way to go about it. It's no risk for that dealer, right? Because a lot of these dealers are small businesses, and they don't know what you don't know what their financial status is, especially now with everybody having gone through, all the crap. But a lot of these are small, like mom and pop shops, and you don't want to hurt them. That's why, like, I let these dealers, as long as within 6 months so they can make an order, and then within 6 months, if their total orders equal distributor pricing, they just get it. Right?
Wow.
That's collectively versus just one giant order, because not everybody's got money to drop. And they shouldn't.
Well, it's not nowadays.
If they're moving product,
That's cool. But okay, I've got a question now because this is opening a door, because obviously now you're getting a ton of traffic, right? Like everybody that's watching knows Review the Pew. I don't stock a lot of stuff because, like you said, it's me. Like I don't have a backer bank or anything, like nothing. So how are you going to determine who you're going to set up?
Man,
Or are you
so
just going to set up? That's an open-ended question, and it's tough because you want to set everybody up that has the opportunity for customers, but then you're going to have the conflicts we see now
right.
where these dealers are competing on products so much that they're dancing at or under map on a lot of stuff, and you're seeing violations everywhere.
So, or misadvertising stuff, putting different,
Yes.
you know, maybe somebody orders a standard trim level, now it becomes my problem. You know, that's so. That's a really good question. And the thing is, I've been in the gun industry so long that I know a lot of these guys. And there's still a lot of guys I know and respect that I'm chasing to be a dealer, right? But like I can tell you, like as of recent, some bigger ones that like it's a no-brainer. Like sign up with these guys, you know. And to kind of what I touched on a minute ago, there's some bigger ones that you thought would have been the greatest thing in the world to get, and you wish you never.
Yeah.
So, but like I can tell you this, like the guys at Tombstone Tactical, they do a lot of big stuff. They have a really cool store. I've been there a couple times. Their first stuff left last week. You know, just from being around this stuff, that hey, they're a great place to be in.
Yeah, yeah. So you vet them based on kind of like you said, you've been in it long enough. You're not going to be one of those. I'm going to set up everybody on the corner. You're going to be one of those.
I prefer not to.
You're going to vet them in your own ways.
I kind of try to stay regional too, right? Like I don't want.
Cool.
I don't want every dealer in San Antonio, Texas, right? I don't want every, and you know, selling to distribution, which I do also. I can't control orders, who orders guns and stuff, but I can control what distributors do. So what I do is I don't necessarily offer all the trim levels, colors, and stuff like that to every distributor to help try to prevent some of that oversaturation that could happen unknowingly.
Just having that mindset helps. I mean, it does. Like we talked about, I'm tiny, dude, but I've been able to get Evolve stuff. You donated to the Christmas thing, like,
what it's all
and about. I'll never compete with the big guys. I don't want to. Like, I got my bubble. I want to stay in my bubble.
Well, and that's, you know, those guys that have that too, right? Like, you know, guys, you know, all the big guys, you know, all the guys to stay away from, which there's a ton of those also, you know.
Right.
And what's wild is with all the dealers I have, I don't have a lot of like big online guys. I have a lot of guys that won't sell online actually, which is wild. I notice I sell to a lot of kind of higher end ranges. Do really well with this stuff. But you know, we go do a vendor day and we sell a ton of guns for them, right? Like as soon as somebody shoots it, they think they want it. So so that because they have like rental guns and things like that, right?
Right.
But you know, there's some guys that do online stuff that I know I can trust that are signed up and about to start getting stuff like Solomon at
Nice.
at Rooftop Kinetics.
Oh, nice.
Who both of those guys put in POs like back to back, and now like the whole manufacturing schedule is rooftop. And I'm like,
which rooftop?
like I'm screwing this up. But you know, like John at V1 is in Arizona.
Nice.
He does some online stuff, but he actually does like distribution type stuff with certain manufacturers to some like Arizona dealers. So he's a good one because like he'll move some stuff, but he'll also help provide the right places with, you know,
nice.
You know, Tombstone Tactical, they'll do a lot in store, they'll do a lot online. Distributors of Democracy, Matt, as goofy as he is, he's got a cool audience, and a
Right.
lot of guys have totally different audiences and totally
Right.
different. And that's why I try to go after it, because I get to cover everybody without creating all this unnecessary, like,
Yeah.
like oversaturation and fighting over pricing. Like, the prices are reasonable, man. They really are. I haven't raised them, even though
Yeah.
all metals go
Dude,
up.
your enhanced model is still probably the best deal out there
$1769. Yeah.
for all the top end stuff in there. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Good guts.
And the accuracy is insane.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing, right?
Fuck, man, how do you do it? That's so wild.
My favorite is light, but they don't feel flimsy, right? Like, they feel rock solid. They don't weigh a ton. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. Like 12.5s are here. I shipped the first 12.5s.
12.5 mid or 12.5 carbine?
Both, as a matter of fact. And I'm
Ooh.
talking some guys at a certain barrel manufacturer that just did that patrol lake gas system, because I really want to check that out. That's super intriguing to me. The reason I did mid and carbine, if you're not going to shoot suppressed, or you're in a state that doesn't allow it or whatever, I would recommend get the carbine.
Yeah.
If you're going to shoot with a can on it, get the mid. I can tell you, Jason Clark, who we all know and love, he's got a 12.5 mid, and
this is what he just said.
It's sick, man. It's clear ano too. It is so, like, he's got to send you guys a picture if you haven't seen it. It's sick.
Oh, I've seen it. It's beautiful. I want one.
It's super nice. But 12.5 mid with a can is like comical how how soft it is, you know what I mean? We do, a lot of people don't know about Evolve. It's wild that I'm lucky to have been as successful as I am with. I've never done any marketing, right? Like, ever.
Yeah.
No, you let the product speak for itself, man.
I need to do some, just like, brand awareness. Let people know, like, you got to do something, right? Like, I mean,
you just got to get it out there. I mean, that's all it is you get it out. I mean, nowadays Facebook marketing is like, and I don't mean paying for ads. I mean, just getting it in people's hands. Facebook and Instagram is like, that's where people buy. They see something and they want it.
They've made videos. Like, I go to YouTube and I just find random videos. Like, I don't know these dudes.
Yeah.
Walked into a gun store and bought a gun and are like making this review video about it. And it's some of the guys obviously. And those are videos I knew were coming out, but it's just so weird. There's some really good articles. One that came out today about these Ford Controls collab lowers.
Oh, the AR Build Junkie?
Our Build Junkie, and he's done a couple videos also. Chris at Small Arms Solutions be having a video come out rather quickly.
He's a big name, man.
He's a great dude, man. He's like one of those guys that, like, if you've been into this stuff for a long time and you were like that kid reading like SWAT magazine or like whatever, like, you read his stuff growing up.
Oh, wow.
Like, when you first got into it, like, this guy is like, he's like a staple in the industry kind of guy, right? Like, he's you know what I mean? So, like, whenever it was during this year's snowpocalypse, right? That and my phone rang, and you kind of look at the name on it and you're like, what? And I was like, this is wild, right? Like, what is going on? It was Chris. We talked for a while. I sent out a T&E gun to him. He's got it now, actually. So, hoping to see something from him pretty quick. That'll be cool. 1911 Syndicate. That guy's name's Chris as well. There's a lot of Chris's, man.
There's a lot of Chris's.
He's
kind of funny. I like him.
Just started talking to those guys. He's friends with a friend of mine that's actually a Cabot rep, which is cool.
Oh, wow.
They live right by the shop. So he's helping me get linked up. That's one thing is, man, I've got so many friends that, I reach out to, like, hey man, I want to start doing just like not increased sales marketing, but like brand awareness.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Joe at LMT, I talked to that guy. I waste so much of that guy's time. Like
He's probably watching right now.
Answering the phone. You know what I mean? So, but like that dude's done a lot of stuff in this industry, man. A lot of people don't realize it. And like it's just Mike at Air, same way. Roger, I call what he's so full of it, man. That guy, he's a thinker. Jason is big time marketing dude, but not industry, but like Fortune 5 company stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm really fortunate to, I say I'm alone, but like I have such cool friends and stuff around me that are so willing to just jump in and help. I could call Jason and say, hey bro, what's your schedule like this week? Will you come up here and help me stick hazelnuts?
Yeah.
They're like, and he's here, man. Like, stuff like that. Like, hey, I gotta package up 150 guns onto pallets and wrap them and get them out by this day. Can you come help? Like, it's no questions asked. I've got several friends like that that do stuff like that for me, and friends that let me just bounce ideas off of them and help with marketing, make introductions, and all that stuff. That it's just really, I'm really fortunate, man, to have all that, because it's
well, you're good people. I mean, good people bring good people. So
right.
If you were a shitbag, you wouldn't have that.
Yeah.
Realize what goes into making a gun, right? Like there's a lot of machine time, a lot of inspecting that stuff that came off the machine. Or now let's laser every logo and serial number. Like my gun's got a lot of serial numbers on them, right? Because like I hand fit the upper to the lower, I serialize the upper to the lower. When we do barrel and all that,
that's a lot of lasering, man.
Carrier to that. So if you think about it, like every little thing that's lasered, everything that's deburred, machined, sandblasted, painted, or sent off to Anno, then assembled, and those parts ordered, and the trash taken out, and like, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot of stuff.
I think that's one of the biggest downfalls with the way the industry is going is because there are certain manufacturers that crank out gimmick pieces and change a lower and do this and all that, but people don't realize the amount of time that went into that and the money that went into that, and they think, oh, it's just a laser, dude, just come on and do it. Like you could do 1,000 at a time.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've ordered a couple of Haas machines, a robot, and all the fixturing and all the stuff that goes with that. Added 2 more lasers. What else? All this year.
Yeah.
Right? Like this stuff's not.
Yeah. Right? That's a serious investment.
Yeah, man. But it's all about efficiency, right? Like, if you can grow efficiency, it gets you back the most valuable thing with time, right? Like money's just enough shop full of tools. Wild, you guys know I'm a tool nerd, right?
Right.
I mean, tools and like the money in the bank is just another one, right? To help get you where you need to be. It's not all about money. So, it's nice to be able to have the opportunity to order a robot. You know what I mean? To like make your life.
Yeah.
But like just alone, this robot, they're not cheap, but they're not crazy. It's not like $1 million or anything. It's like adding 2 weeks to my month, right? So like, what's that worth?
Yeah.
That's
for you.
Yeah, that's serious time saving.
Yeah, every right machine and lowers, it's doing that. So I'm doing other stuff. So what have I gained in efficiency in my ability to continue to provide product regularly, right?
Yeah. So Dunbar asked any 9mm evolves coming. I don't know if he's meaning AR platform or.
No.
That's a tough caliber to venture out into.
But here's the thing: LMT's got that 9mm coming out, and it's sick.
Yeah,
dude, I've shot that at the LMT experience. That's the best 9mm AR platform I've ever shot.
My other thing, like the MP5 exists.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, I get it. I wouldn't make a 9 either.
You know, I mean, I might screw around with one and like goof off. I'll tell
Yeah.
you this: you can mark my words on this. Everybody knows I'm a Glock guy. I love Glocks. I do done. Yeah, how many Glocks have I touched in my life? Who
Right.
knows?
Probably 3 or 4 of mine.
Yeah, I mean it's wild, right? But if ever I did a AR platform, loose term, 9 mil, it would take MP5 max.
That'd be a game changer.
You could take that to the bank, and I wouldn't be the first guy to. There's stuff out there that does, but I'm just saying that's the train I'm on.
At least
it's not the hardest move. Glock mags are everywhere. Even like Noveski did that Space Invader with like old school Colt mags, right?
Yeah.
But just a personal thing, man. Like there's nothing like an MP5 mag, right? Like they got the right angle.
Yeah.
To me, that's what I would do. But I just think it's already been done and been done so well. There's nothing I can add to it, man. You know, I'm not going to add supreme accuracy to a 9 mil AR.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
like,
and that's what you did with the 5.56, though.
Yeah, I can move for 11.5 dirty, shoot, under one with ball.
So I have a lot of ARs, right? So when I got the Evolve, I was like, okay, pretty cool. And then I did the groups.
Yeah.
I shot ball ammo. I think it was Winchester White Box, if I remember right.
Yeah, but wait, when did you do the groups? How many rounds did you?
Before, how many rounds have I shot through the gun before I did the groups?
Yeah, dirty.
Probably just a mag.
Before you shot groups?
For the first time.
Oh, for the first.
Because I was zeroing, right? I was zeroing my rifle. I'm like, all right, I'll just shoot some groups with this ball ammo because it's cheap. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? It's sub MOA.
Yeah.
At 100 yards, it was sub MOA with ball ammo. I'm like, this is not right. I'm like, this is not right. And then I put some nicer ammo, the match ammo, Mark 262, and it was even smaller. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah, man.
I can't believe AR. I don't have any ARs that can do that.
Well, and here's what kind of barrel's in that gun?
Your barrel?
Yeah, but I mean, what kind of barrel's in that gun?
11.5.
It's a ballistic advantage, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a BA. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like a lot of people, you get some of these groups and people talk trash and this and that. And I understand, like, there's some guys really hard on the Cold Hammer Forge chrome line thing and all that. And I'm actually working on something that's going to make that an option. Make an option for people. But, like, I get these barrels that are they're not like crappy barrels or anything like that, obviously. Like, they're probably pretty common, that most in the range that most people use. But, I do some stuff to them when I get them versus buying, I'm not like making barrels back here, man. You know what I mean? So versus buying like some $300, $400 barrel and putting it in the gun and that having to reflect in the price. When I get these things, there's some stuff I do to them, kind of front to back. And, the results are obvious.
Yeah.
There's so many people. I have so many people send me pictures of targets and stuff like, man, I just bought this off the wall at Copper Customs, slapped the scope home and shot, under one with ball ammo.
Insane.
It's
insane.
Stuff like.
And I can't imagine what the groups will be if I reloaded for it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be insane.
Eden, he's 6R. He got a 6R. He did. Awesome, but he's got a 16-inch 5.56 Evolve. Does the same thing, right? It's just you got to put the work in and you get the result, right?
Right.
And it's not rocket science. Just
to me it is.
Companies out there that care, right?
Yeah.
Or that, I mean, there's different different, obviously, price ranges, quality ranges, all that stuff. And I'm a gun guy, dude. I've got all kinds. I got a bail rifle sitting over here right now that I got not too long ago. That it's off, right?
The Sons of Liberty Valve rifle?
Yeah, the Tano one.
Oh, that's a nice one.
I didn't get one of those.
But I've got Knights and L&T and Sons and Centurion, and I've got everything you can imagine. It's like I've never been a like, oh, my
You're not a brand specific
guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm just, hey man, if you're looking for something that's reasonably priced, that's going to work, and that you'll enjoy, and that's built right, like, I'm a really viable option.
Right.
So you remember when, this is kind of tying into Dunbar's question, you remember when our little group on Facebook kind of started, right? And yes, we've always pushed the high tier stuff and this and this and that, but over the years, that has become such a fad that people, it's like truck guys or tool guys, or you pick anything that you can pick, and people are so brand loyal, but it's not because that's the best. It's because that's what they own.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and they stick with that one product.
I've noticed a lot of people that, not everybody, but a lot of people that get super brand reliant and stuff like that. Like, how many guys out there work on cars and stuff like that and just swear Snap-on's the best stuff in the world? They don't own a Snap-on product.
Yeah.
They just,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but then there's also the other end of it, right? There's a lot of really good, nice stuff out there that, people are like, well, why would I ever need an SR-15? Like, my fill in the name here can do all that. Right. Those are the people that talk bad because they can't afford it.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at, is they're vested in something. Yeah.
So it's the thing is, people just like to hear themselves talk. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. But
true.
Get out there and use them, man. And there's a place for everything. There's a place for different twist rates and gas system lengths. And do you want cold hammer forged and chrome lined? Or not, or whatever, I mean, everybody's got their preference. Obviously, Sons of Liberty's doing something right? Like, those guys are very good. And you can get on that page any day of the week and see somebody saying something good or bad about the fact that BA OEMs their barrels, right? Yeah. And it's like, but you know what? I don't know what to do to their barrels when they get them. I have no clue. But like, I know when I get my barrels, I go through them, man, and you can see a difference. Like, and it's not like just Lee Todd's 11.5 does it, or just Colin in Indiana. Like, all of them do it. And like, it's been one too. They're like, man, this is wild, right? But it's just,
I really need to shoot mine. God,
it's just little stuff, man. Like, checking concentricity on the threads, recrown it if it needs it. Like, if one thing about manufacturing, doesn't matter what you make. If there is something that is outsourced to you, you're not checking that when it comes in, it's a problem. Because, Ballistic Advantage had a tool break and this crown's all screwed up, or, somebody didn't finish ream this barrel, or the barrel extension clocked at 3:00 and the gas port new, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's still on you as the guy putting out the final product to,
right. So I got a question for you that works with that.
Okay.
So those of us close to you know how often and hard you work and how much you're at the shop and this and this and that, right? And I know personally other guys that started that way, right? Like, but once you got into once they got into shipping dozens of pallets every single week, it's almost guaranteed that some of that stuff is going to drift away. How are you going to keep that going? Because I know you will. I just don't know physically how you will.
Man, it's like robotics, right? I know it sounds weird. There's machines called CMMs, right? Which I don't expect anybody to know what they are, but if you're interested, look it up. You put your part under it. It's like running a CAD program to cut a part, but all it does is go through and probe all the critical details. So it's, I mean, everything needs to be monitored and needs to be checked, but there's a lot faster ways to do certain things and a lot more
Mhm.
without that you can still take a lot of human error out of it when
Mm.
getting bigger and things like that. That you can do, and it's just equipment to buy and things to train people on and stuff like that. So that can
Yeah.
take a, but nobody's ever going to be perfect, right? Things are going to get
No,
by.
you can't.
I recently, and I can't stop about it. No matter all that's going on right now, that's what I focus on, right? But like, it's. I always tell people, you never know how good I am till you need me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's there's a lot of, I can show you drawers full of gauges and calipers, measuring tools, fixtures, all this stuff. But like, you learn real quick that, like, you know what, all these gauges are great, and they tell you that these holes are within the right dimensions, but they don't tell you they're in the right spot.
Right.
Guys, something that's wild. Let me I can't flip my key. So I'll tell you something crazy. So whenever a lower comes off the machine, I'm looking at stuff, like walking my way through it. And you can ask like Jason or any of these other guys that come up and hang out and help me out. They watch me do it. Lower comes off the machine. I have my pin gauge right here on my cart. That I'm working parts off of, right? So check the parts. I physically put a bolt catch in the lower as it's raw when it comes off. Plunger and spring. I have a long Bond like Allen wrench. I don't like hammer rope in it. I jam in there that's like of the right size to hold it, and I put mags in and check mags. Make sure the mag's engaging with the bolt catch. Stuff like that. I have all the mag well gauge, thread gauge, everything there is like that I do. I even though I've gauged it, I put a safety in it, right? I put drop parts in it, drop parts through it. It takes a second, and then I go in and I hand deburr it, like the certain spot stuff comes off the machine. It's sharp, right?
Right.
So I go in and hand deburr it. While the next part's running, then I usually run the top and legal information and put second op on the laser, which is just a logo on the magwell, right? Like nothing fancy. And running. If I'm like, hey guys, I'm running lowers today, right? Which is a lot of days. That's what I'm doing all day long.
My gosh.
Changing parts out
every
right.
Right? What?
Do your thing.
What warranty does Evolve have? Because I've seen people ask this, and
okay,
I know, but what? No, and I'm not talking conventional. You shoot a barrel out somehow. I know you.
Doesn't matter.
But what's your okay?
That's the warranty. It is literally. There's nothing. It doesn't matter. I replaced several guns last year because of squib rounds. Right? People had a lot
completely not the gun's fault.
Totally not the gun's fault, right? Ammo issue, which fortunately there's been a lot of with all the ammo stuff going on.
Right.
A lot of new shooters also, right? Because of current events. Yeah. So unfortunately, fortunately they bought something that's going to hold together when something catastrophic happens, right? Nobody hurt, nobody anything like that. But one of them was actually a range rental at one of my dealers, and I replaced it for them.
Wow. So that was probably beat up.
Oh man. Yeah. So I've got one right now. I need to rebarrel, for that same range. And honestly, I feel like I could like get wild cleaning this barrel and get some more life out of it. And like the, nerd part of me wants to, but the other part of me is like, man, jam a barrel in this thing, make sure everything's get it back. It doesn't matter. Squib rounds, it's happened. I've had guys, decide that they were going to put a different flash hider on it and like
completely bubbled it up.
Right? Like what do you use?
Too much Ooga on their Duga.
Yeah, man. Like doesn't matter what happened. If it's my fault, things will be right. It's just part of it.
Sure.
If it's my fault, if a part fails, if they just screwed something up, like doesn't matter what it is, you're covered forever. And it's not like the first owner's covered and
Yeah.
tell it to your dad. He's not covered because he's not like, we don't make you register him or anything. Like, I know if it's my gun.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Send you a label. You're going to send us the gun. We're going to fix it or replace it, and we're going to get it back.
Joe's asking a question.
Yeah, for sure.
Does
Yep.
EWS offer an LE loaner program for duty guns?
Yep. That we do.
Helped.
What?
I just said helped.
Oh.
Take good care, Joe.
Yeah, man, we do. So we can, we do T&E stuff. We do loaner guns. Like if our warranty, full repair replacement, no matter what, goes to everybody. Shot like 10 squids. Yeah, it was awesome, man. I've got them all in a pile. Like I was like, let's see how many are in here. I just started hammering them out, dude. And by the time I got to the end of it, I wish I had just horizontally cut the barrel in half. So you could
because of all the squibs.
Yeah,
it was wild.
Guys, the pressure that's behind that to even have one that and then fire another one that does not blow your gun up is.
Bro, I had a guy come up, bought a gun locally, and was like, "Hey, man, I'm having a problem. I lost my bolt carrier," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I can't find it." Like, I was like, "Dude, come up here." Right? Give him the address. He comes up. He bought it at a local range right down the road from the shop. He comes up. He's like, I don't know what's going on. Do you think it fell out of the magwell? Like, and this guy was like, in the Army, I'm good. One of those guys, right? I'm like, well, bro, it fall out of the magwell, right? He hands me the gun. I hit the bolt release, and this bolt magically appears, right? Like, we're honest to God, have witnesses. So man, get all kinds, right? But like, all you can do is smile. But it doesn't matter. And that full warranty, like we were talking about warranty, that lifetime warranty, it goes to all the guns. It doesn't matter if it's a range demo, if it's a machine gun for a SWAT team. It's not just like, oh, that's for civilian, right? Like, we're going to put it out there. You put it out there. But it takes care of people. It lets them know that if something should happen, they're covered, right? Which is a confidence builder. And honestly, it's great marketing, right? Let this dude squibs through and didn't get hurt, right? That's one thing to tell all his friends. Then he's going to tell them, yeah, I was super embarrassed to go talk to this guy, but he replaced my gun for me.
Yeah, that's big, man. I mean, I truly believe that that's a part of other manufacturers do it too. This is nothing really new, but it's something that is not wide. It's not widespread.
Oh, it's definitely.
Like if I bought a Smith & Wesson M&P 15, you think if I shot a couple squibs through, they're going to replace my barrel?
You'd probably be in the hospital, but no.
Yeah, but it's battle proven though, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the street. But yeah, that's the thing. And one other cool thing is, we talked about 12.5s coming. Also 18s, wig splitters. What we're talking.
That's gonna be awesome.
I changed up some stuff. I've posted some pictures of them, like in the owners group and stuff like that. But I've since changed up some stuff on them, so it's going to be cool. You guys are going to see like some official stuff on that pretty quick.
Yeah.
But working on just individual parts. I've had a lot of dealers want lower parts kits, bolt carrier groups, and hand guards and things like that. So I'm working on just like all the pricing and stuff on that right now. We're going to start rolling that out, and
nice.
And that's going to be very cool. Yeah. So like the lower parts kits. Here's one.
Dude, the packaging's awesome.
That's too cool.
Ask Joe Haney how much he likes the packaging.
Joe,
so we just got these, like Altoids tins, right? That they're black, lasered out the stuff on them that you get. It's all quality stuff, right? That you would expect to use. It's the stainless KNS D-tents and this,
nice.
Cool, like all the right stuff, the stuff we actually use in the guns. We give you 3 D-tents in case you shoot one off into orbit.
Oh, nice.
And, I just thought it was cool. Like, packaging's such an odd thing. Like, I hate it personally. I wish I could just, like, item magically in my hand. But, like, if I'm going to have packaging, I want it to be useful and like kind of cool. So like these little
Right.
tins, it's great, man. Leave it on your workbench. Leave your extra detents and springs and Allen wrenches.
Allen keys. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's something usable versus just throwing it away for just a little bit more than it would cost me to do a box. So like why not?
Yeah. It's cool, man. I'm excited. I know I'm gonna put you on the spot, but
Okay.
I think Lita already got one. I need an arc.
Oh yes.
Just an upper. I'll use my old lower. I just need to buy an arc. I don't know why. Something about that round.
What length do you want?
What?
What
Full
length?
length.
Short.
5 arc.
As short as possible. Short that'll still run. I don't know why.
Like those old school LWRCs, right?
That's what I'm trying to get, but just
you don't want to do arc though. You don't want to go super.
Not that short. 12.5.
Like 12.5. We can do that. 12.5s. Now that the rails are done, dude, it's good. So a lot of companies, 12.5 is getting very popular, right? Has been for a little bit, and it just continues to gain popularity. A lot of companies were using the same rails, handguard lengths that they already had that they were using on 11.5 guns.
Don't touch it.
They were using those same ones, and we all like that kind of nicer fit and the kind of full length.
Yeah.
So we made one. It's an inch longer. It's 11.5 for the 12.5s. That same kind of gap that you have on the 5 gun currently, but on the 12.5. Also, something cool is quad rail here pretty quick.
What?
And it's a bang.
Fuck yeah.
Active M-lock built into it. 4 steel QD inserts. For
4 inserts? Like front, back on each side?
Yeah, front, back, either side. Steel.
Nice.
Inside of the handguard, like kind of back broach it's flared on one end, and it'll install from the inside out, so it can't back out, pull out, do anything like that.
Nice.
I love quad rails.
It's really good looking, man. It's really clean. I took all my favorite quad rails, like in my brain, and like, what makes me love this, right? And because we all know I love quad rails as well. And I have Jason at my disposal, who's like the quad rail guy, right? Like him and I,
right? He's quad rail king.
We were going to like single-handedly bring back quad rails. Just a lot of input from a lot of guys and a lot of products I've always liked, and it's really cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for that. Super excited for that.
And it's going to use the same mounting system. So, like a customer that currently has an M-lock gun, and they're like, "Damn, I wish I had a quad rail."
Oh shit!
And swap it out. You don't got to change your barrel nut. Take off your.
Oh.
Shit. So it's kind of cool, that.
Yeah.
Friendly, for an existing customer.
That's big because I think people forget that there are a lot of people release new products to get somebody to buy a whole new setup, which is cool. I mean, I get it, but to be able to just go and swap a new handguard and run a quad rail,
I love that because if you have a pin and weld muzzle device, how much of a pain in the ass would that be?
I won't buy another one. I'll just.
These first ones coming are 13.75 in length.
Nice.
Top rail. They got a little on the front.
Yeah.
But top rail to top rail, full length, 13.75, which on a 14.5 barrel gives you a 16th behind the shoulder that the.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
All about.
So I need a 14.5 now.
God, that they fit. You know what I mean? I'm like it. I got every brake can like ready to go to like, let's make sure everything fits and what's cool. Because like nobody wants to have to do the old shim stack, which sucks anyways. Like, but like I think it's going to give us enough room because you will have to use it some sort of shims when you're aligning your.
Yeah, you have to anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be close, man, but I think it's going to look good. It's exciting.
The gap is going to be so minimal when you put a can on there.
And I'm going to at least 10 of the first ones are going to be OD Ano.
What?
God damn it. Now the OD Green Gang, those annoying motherfuckers are
OD
going to be
gang?
involved in this.
Pressure off it.
Oh. Oh, what?
And maybe it'll take some pressure. Oh, he gets so much about LMT green stuff.
It won't. It won't, because it'll just, you're just fueling the fire of the worst people possible.
Well, everyone out to me about it. I'll tell them that Joe at LMT is in charge of that. And we'll see what happens. But
I blocked the first
that's
key game.
right? Like what better thing to try it out on than a new product? I think.
Oh my god.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You gotta unblock him. We need all the viewers we can.
Wait, I don't know how. I didn't mean to do that. Well, I did mean to. I just thought you could unblock. Oh well, we figured it out, Ross.
Later and see all the comments because I bet it's terrible. It doesn't. But yeah, man. So
that's exciting.
That's just like kind of who we are, what we do, and it's, you know, I've got a bunch of guns out. If you guys want to see anything,
show us. I gotta hammer my fucking chair.
Here's something cool. So I'm working with Ned. So like stuff like this. Man,
Ox.
Yeah, is that hard to see?
Hold on. Can we? Oh shit.
You all right?
Hold on. I'm trying to make your.
You want me to do it?
Yeah. How do you do it?
Don't touch it.
Don't
touch it. Click this. Look.
That's it. Not the tech.
Yeah. There we go.
So I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, that has ox in there. Nice.
Yeah, ox, like, you know, really great staking. You know, same quality bolt carrier we use. You know, Carpenter 158, chrome lined everything. You know, magnetic particle inspected, all that jazz. Everything you expect it to be. But so part of the thing with ox is like it's hard to. You've all seen that MOAX staking tool, right? Like it's a time consuming thing.
Yeah.
So talking with Ned, he's got some more production level size staking tools.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy at M Guns that makes ox and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm getting like this. It's really cool staking tool that will allow him to do it faster. So the bulk carrier groups that we sell independently, as well as the enhanced trim level guns and the soon to come elite trim level guns, will I'll have those. Walking to my cave here. Sorry. All right. So where they start, these things, patrol rifle, right?
That's pretty cool.
See that? Just old school, man. Front sight post.
I like it.
Can you see this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So front sight post, just mil spec. Everything just done the way it should be done, right? Like nothing crazy fancy, just something that works. Then it goes to this is a duty trim level is what we call it. Sorry for all the walking around. I got these things hanging up Galotech outside the door here. So duty trim level.
Nice.
Don't show the flash hider because they don't come suppressor ready. The duty's the exact same thing as the patrol, but free float with our handguard versus front sight post and a drop in, right? Everything else is the same. These guns are probably filthy, man. They've been shot a lot. Then let's find standard. This little dude is and you guys probably have noticed seeing all the stuff that like my colors are a little different. We don't use like Magpul FDE or you know, like the standard.
Nice.
They're all a little different. So this is a standard trim level gun. What it gives you beyond the others, this one's got like a Surefire. That might be a legacy mount. I don't know. No, it's a RC2. So man, this thing's all backwards. So what the standard trim level gives you is, as far as an upgrade, you get a Raptor LT charging handle.
Nice.
The upgraded Schmid tool trigger that's comparable to the ALG like combat trigger, I think they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also suppressor ready, so it has a dead air flash hider on it, or if your dealer orders or something else, that's what it will have. And then here's my little baby. This is an enhanced Woo.
Oh yeah, that's what I like.
This one's OD.
Oh,
So
I
enhanced,
don't
what
have
you
that.
get is B5 furniture, 2-stage Schmid trigger, Radian Talon ambi safety, the standard Raptor charging handle, our trigger guard, which is actually cool if none of you guys have ever seen it.
Yeah, it's clean. That's awesome.
Dead air ready as well, QD end plate, uh, all that jazz. So yeah, that's where it's at. They all, as they should, same quality barrel, same quality bolt carrier group throughout. They all come with a mag. They come in a little range bag, which is cool.
Mhm.
The range bag thing was a surprise for me because I wasn't expecting that, and it's not a fucking $400 bag, but
no, dude, no,
it's
not
perfect.
at all. But
It's
cooler than a
perfect
box.
because it's way cooler than a box. Because fuck, I don't know why, but I save boxes, and I don't fucking need to, but I do, and then
I do too.
I end up throwing them away. But the bag, I still have mine in it. Throw all your shit in it. It's big enough for the full rifle, all your crap, mags, whatever you want to throw in it. It's perfect.
Well, and especially in times like this when, there's a lot of consumers that feel a need to go out and buy something that don't have anything yet. That's 20, 30 more bucks they don't have to spend at the gun shop that day that they didn't expect, You guys want to see something
That's
cool?
a couple mags. Fuck
We're good. Let's step into R&D.
There's the R&D department.
Here's all the magic happens. Hey, if you guys don't have these Fireball tool,
Dude, I still need to order some. They're out of stock.
I saw those.
And if you don't have one of these, get you one.
Wait, you're too fast. You're too fast. Slow down.
What was that? Are you talking about these?
Word vice.
Oh yeah, those are sexy.
Yeah, here. Can you see it?
Yeah,
we can. Orange Company.
Orange Vice Company. Yeah, they're
Orange Vice Company.
Yeah, they just make kind of like bougie like vices. But what's cool is they take the same jaws that their machine vices take. So your work holding that you use in a machine, you can actually make a second set of jaws and put in there. So if you want to, be able to mimic something, measure something, whatever, you can do it.
Nice.
And the jaws pivot independently, unlike most vices. So if you got like some wild thing, they're rock solid, man. They're cool.
And you're not
I like
shit
old
up
school Wilsons. Those are my workhorses, but these oranges for like real stuff, All right, so check this out. We are obviously this thing is like, hey, let me slap this together real quick. But regular forge lower, same forging like as our normal stuff. We're working on a way to modify it to where we ambi bolt release into the same forge.
For a forge, huh? Ooh.
So
that's crazy.
Like this was just to take some measurements and stuff like that on. Like what's holding this thing together? This is an old normal bolt. You can see it's an old normal bolt catch, right? That like I cut away and filed down and milled off and did all this stuff too. And like what's holding it together is you can see I have 2 pivot pins in this. It's not even a takedown pin. That's a front.
Oh gosh.
It's like, hey, let's see if this works, right? But it's like a couple of springs that I did here, a little pin that I did, and then I needed a little more length. I didn't want to have to turn a new like little piece of metal down, so I just cut off some Allen wrenches, dude, and jammed it in there, and it works. So
this is how magic is made, people.
Hey man, like
shove stuff.
Yeah, it's not like this is going out to the NRA show next week, right? Like it's hey, let's get these measurements. You know what I mean?
Sure.
What's something that you guys will like?
Just so everybody knows, every evolved weapon does not come with Allen wrenches shoved in random places.
Some do though. Clear ammo. I don't know if you guys can
get clean, man.
If you guys can get a good,
I love clear ammo is by far my favorite.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. It's real kind of gets a goldish because it's 7,000 aluminum. Jason will share a picture of his 12.5 with you guys that you'll like. I have a lot of like cutaways and stuff. We offer cutaway models. A lot of people know what cutaways are, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But they're like cutaway trainers. They're not active firearms, though they're still considered a firearm, like legally.
sure.
Um, but they just kind of show how everything works, where everything goes, how it all links together. We actually offer those to our police departments and stuff like that. And I'm sure if a dealer wanted some, we'd hook them up.
Yeah,
It's not like an
those are
That's
good.
illegal
cool.
thing, but just for training purposes and stuff like that, because cutaway stuff's really hard to find. There's not a lot of people that still make them, so like sometimes it wouldn't be what they could find wouldn't necessarily be relevant to the gun that they're getting.
Yeah.
Or whatever, or they're just very expensive, right? So we thought it'd be cool because we like that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Ed
Right.
was asking about this.
What is it? Oh, what?
That's an action.
That looks like a bolt action.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Oh,
So
Hey, real quick, Adam,
You
before you
did
move
you
into
create that?
Dunbar, if you need to, man, Adam, we can work it out with him and get it ordered. I'll deliver it to you in Midland. I'm out there every week. Like,
dude, he's
we
in
can
Midland.
work that out. Yeah, I could take it out to
SK
him.
Arms or Ally, or
Yeah,
Ally.
that's what I
They're
said
both
too.
really great dealers of mine. Go to SK,
Yeah.
talk to Danny. They've got a bunch of stuff in stock. They actually just got lower parts kits Saturday.
Just don't let them sell you on anything else, because the one problem with
Danny
SK.
won't.
No. Oh, he's
Don't
in
sell
North
them on
Carolina,
shit.
man.
Oh, I thought, what the fuck? I thought he told me. Oh, North
Oh,
Carolina.
well, North
Never mind.
Carolina. Hey, let's prove the theory, right? Hey, man, who's your favorite dealer?
About to have a new one.
I'll dig through the list. I've got a spreadsheet full of dealers that need to be added to the dealer locator on the website, but we'll find somebody. But if anything, reach out to SK. Will ship to you. I know that they have guns in stock. Is why I keep going to them, and they're great dudes.
Perfect. That works. That's enough answer for him. He'll find the rest. On to the bolts.
Shoot me a private message, and we'll figure you out. Bolt guns, man. So bolt actions, 700 base.
I'm excited for those.
So what is there to say, right? Like it's a bolt gun. It's going to be extremely accurate. They're going to be, in a cool chassis. They're going to be mag fed. The action's got a rail on the inside of it. So like the bolt, a lot of bolt guns, especially, you go pick up your nephew's Savage Axis or whatever he's going to pop a whitetail with this year.
Right.
Like the bolt just flops around like crazy in there, right?
Yeah.
Like when it's not locked in. So like this got a rail in it. And
Nice.
the bolt has the respective like female slot to that rail. So
it's like a CZ75 almost?
Yeah, so that bolt rides on a track basically the whole time.
Oh.
There's no play.
So there's no...
Yeah, there's no wibble wobble back and forth. There's no like, something crazy happens. You can actually open the action.
Yeah.
Golly, what else? Short throw, 3-lug. And
you came up with this?
Built-in recoil lug.
Oh shit.
So it's not like added, like how Badger sells them for like 700s or whatever. I would like to use a Badger bottom metal in them, but I'm not positive. I'm still figuring a lot of stuff out, guys. I mean, that's like a
sure. Yeah.
Right
okay.
now,
So,
right?
Oh, that's so exciting though. I mean, what we're looking at within the year, first part of next year, realistically, nobody's just going to hold you.
So stuff is about ready to start going. What's really hindering that is steel prices, man.
Yeah.
They're very expensive to make. I've been working on this stuff and wanting to bring a bolt gun for a while, and right now for what it costs to make basically a barreled action with the 20 MOA top rail that we're going to include already mounted to it,
nice.
Is what it costs to do that is more than what I wanted MSRP to be when I first started it.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah. So, I don't want to bring like a crazy expensive gun out,
Yeah.
So it might just back burner for a little bit. I might
Sure.
do a small run and just like help some friends out and hook some buddies up, and like
Yeah.
just a larger than normal R&D batch, or something like that.
Mhm.
Just for like guys that I know, like it's not going to hurt them, but it takes all the fun out of it, dude. To have to make something so expensive. I don't want it to be. Trust me, I want steel to go back to what it was, but
yeah,
it's
that's good to know. They're ready. We just need the market to kind of stabilize a little bit.
So in the meantime, what we're working with some really cool guys. I don't want to mention who they are because I didn't get their permission. But we should be green light on AR-10s really quick.
What?
So, wanted to just do something different, like a different platform than the stuff I've always offered. The bull gun was going to be that, but unfortunately, we know the case with that. So let's green light AR-10, right? Until that becomes a possibility. So we got something going.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, I like short stuff, right? So expect like some 14.5 Creedmoors and some 12.5 308s and some cool stuff like that. I also really want to do the same quad rail we're coming out with in the 308.
Oh, you have to
version as well, right? So it's got our regular handguard now ready to go 308s.
That's incredible.
I've got a couple here. I mean, it's not worth showing. The same thing. It's a bigger diameter, right? You kind of have to offer a quad because who doesn't want an SBR 308 with a quad on it, right?
Short, fat little beast of a gun is what I want.
Yeah,
put a quad on everything.
Funny.
If you could put a quad on the buffer too, I'd take it. Like quad it up.
Man, maybe like GunTech or somebody makes some kind of like Picatinny rail for your buffer tube. I can have forward assist. He already knows the answer to that question.
He's being a dick.
He's always said any AR-10 worth his salt doesn't have a forward assist. That's why I asked, because I broke his heart earlier. I said, well, you're going to have to be different than everybody else. You're going to have to change your tune. He said, well, I guess I'm changing my tune. But so that's going to be cool. One thing I would like, if anybody's even watching, I would like people's opinion on is, since OK Industries is going under.
That's the magazine company, right?
Magazine company, yes. Sorry, also medical components company, right? They're not going to be making magazines anymore at some point this year and moving forward. We've always supplied Surefeed mags with our guns. So
Magpul.
I think Magpul.
Go PMag, man. So here's the thing: when you send out metal, I
don't like them. PRI mags, man. What's wrong with PRI mags?
Nobody's going to bitch about a mag that you send with a rifle. That's not going to be a determining factor when you purchase. No, For me, though, when I get a metal mag, it goes in a box. I like Surefeeds, but
all right. So
if you're not shooting on a bench, they fuck stuff up. They fuck my seats up.
I think that the wig splitters are going to come with straight 20s.
That's awesome. If you do PRI straight 20s.
Yeah, PRI straight 20s.
Or Colt straight 20s.
You know what I mean? But so I have I just buy cases of PMags a few times a year for no reason other than like, oh shit, I haven't bought one of these in a while, right? Yeah. So what I do is I laser out the same logo like on our hats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, at least
do I have
it's on your head.
Laser that out on both sides of them. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you've got one. So maybe we just start throwing those in there.
Yeah. Why not?
Because we run a ton of them. We give them away at like vendor days and stuff a lot. Maybe we do something like that. I don't know.
I just don't think I don't think a mag's a determining factor. Yeah.
Oh, I think I don't either. But I would rather do what pleases the customer than like, hey, Adam's a dork and he wants these. You know what I mean?
Since you're lasering them, give them a fucking option on especially on some of the different ones.
But you sent a gun here for a customer. Yeah. He loved this mag.
Did he?
He's like,
it's really cool.
Throw stuff in the boxes, hats and stickers and patches.
Yeah, he's like, this is an awesome. I'm like, do you want to use this mag too? He's like, no, I'm saving that. It's awesome. So people love this mag.
Well, it kind of goes against the purpose that he didn't want to use it, right?
Well, he had other mags, but he didn't.
But,
He'll
want to
show
use
it off.
They're fun to hand out, you know,
Yeah.
and to give to people. I like to, you know, if I see somebody post up this Evolve gun that they got, like on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, I always reach out and, hey, man, what's your address? And I send them some bags and a hat, whatever.
I don't know how you have time for this shit, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's all I do.
It's
Well, you got to
ridiculous.
think, right? Like I've got, you know, my kid's an adult, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just what I do. And like, if I die tomorrow, one thing nobody that's ever met me can ever say is that I don't work hard, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's just a constant thing, and you just get in a groove that you're so used to it, you don't realize you're tired, right? So,
well, don't worry, you'll be able to relax some at our Olympics this year. But we'll do.
hey,
We've been
let me
going
know
for
what
an
to
hour
bring.
and
I'll bring
40.
some.
We're gonna
I'll
do a
bring some
kiddie
like
pool
post
and let him
sample
float
stuff.
on the kiddie pool.
I'll bring
Yeah,
some post sample stuff. We'll get crazy.
Fuck yeah.
I've got.
the
I'm supposed to have a post P90 coming here pretty quick.
That'll
We
be
get
fun.
wild with that auto, you know.
We
We'll
get,
get,
we
Oh,
get
wow.
real
Yeah.
dumb.
yeah, we'll
We'll
rip
get real
with that.
dumb.
But you guys are gonna have to find the ammo. But yeah, I can bring like some post sample stuff and all that. You know, one other thing, real quick, just so I got you guys. I know there's a lot of guys that are FFLs or
Mhm.
are buddies with FFLs or whatever on here. Something I didn't touch on that I need to, because I need to remember that I can do this, is we're set up with Law Tactical also. Zach hooked us up. So customers, agencies, dealers, whatever, can order their stuff OEM with Law Tactical installed.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's huge. My short stuff will get a law.
Yeah, it's cool, right? So
Yeah.
it's just nice to not have to spend that extra money then.
Yeah.
Jack with getting
Take
it
it apart.
installed, you know,
Yep.
all the other stuff. You just
Disassemble
get
it and
shows up,
reassemble it. Yeah.
it's ready to go, you know. So something I want to mention, I need to mention more. But you know, things are new to me too sometimes. So but yeah, I just wanted to make sure to touch on that, right?
Those law, if you guys don't already have one, I know people watching are like, man, I don't know if I could ever put it on, but order one. Just buy one, have somebody put it on for you, try it, because
And they're coming out with a new ball carrier group too, right? Have you seen that?
Yeah, where you can shoot folded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's folded and you can shoot.
It's sick.
because that was the only downfall people could complain about is you can't shoot folded. Well, buckle up.
Well, you know, you also, these motorcycle officers can't carry their SBR over their back while they're riding down the street.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's all relative. But one thing that's really cool about Lost Tactical, other than Zach and like all the guys over there, and that their product's great, is it's one of the few products in the gun world, specifically the rifle like AR type world, that it's undisputed that it's the best at what it does. Right, like charging handles. There's a ton of great charging handles out there. I can make arguments for all of them. You know, stocks and grips, like they're all this stuff that triggers people butt heads over. But when it comes to I want my stock to fold, there's nobody in their right mind says that there's anything better in the law. And there's something to say for that, man, because there's been a lot of
people tried
alternate products over the years, and you know that really proves something. It speaks volumes, right? Like, so I've always thought that was really cool. That it's like it's the only like undisputed part, you know. For
think about it. Who else doesn't have every other item? I don't care what it is. You post it, somebody's going to go, "Oh no, this is better." But a folder, you got nothing. There's
one
no
to get, man. I mean, that's it.
There's only one. Yep.
Right. And I mean, triggers, even people used to be like, oh, yeah, you get a Geisley, but then it was like fight about which one. But now it's like get an AR Gold, get a Q. If you guys haven't tried that new Q trigger,
dude, I want to try the Q bad.
It's insane.
I want to try it bad.
AR Gold, Q, Schmid tool, man. And all these variants of the Schmid tool that people put their own spin on. Us, Sons, you know, there's the LaRue MBT, the LMT axle triggers killer, right?
Oh yeah, I like those triggers.
Like there's so much cool stuff out there now that it's like it's not even a brand thing. It's a, you know, everybody's got their own preference. But man, those law folders, there's never been competition. There's nothing. So I don't know. I
It'll be
thought it was
cool.
cool. I wanted to make sure to mention that like that's an available thing, to people, because I'm just trying to get myself in the habit of remembering it. So I looked over and saw one, and I was like, oh yeah.
We'll remind you. We'll remind you on all your posts. But dude, we've been going for an hour and 45. This is probably our longest, or at least one of the longest we've ever done.
I almost ate shit.
Well, I've never lasted this long, guys. Sorry.
I know.
Me
Usually
neither.
I'm done in a couple minutes, but
Practice makes perfect.
Well, cool, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. I'm not great at this kind of stuff.
We appreciate you coming on.
This
has been awesome.
If you ever need anything, or if anybody ever has any questions, I'm easy, man. Message me, whatever, call me. I'll do anything I can to help anybody. You know that.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks, Adam, for coming, and
check
out Evolved Weapon Systems.
Thank you.
There's dealers everywhere. I mean, I can probably order stuff too, huh?
Oh, 77 Customs up in Casper.
You damn right.
Wyoming,
you can.
I like it.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Guys, appreciate you. Thanks.
We're still here. Adam just left.
Are you gonna end it? No, you hang up.
I'll end it.